It's Metal Church right here on your Classic Metal Show with Harm's Way. And kicking off the Classic Metal Show tonight, we heard Badlands, The Streets Cry Freedom. And a guy who actually fought for our freedom, my good friend and partner, Chris Aiken. What's going on, Chris?
Ready, man. Got a little buzz. Got no sleep. I'm ready for some CMS.
Well, how come you're not sleeping?
I don't know. It's just not happening these days for some reason.
Really?
I woke up this morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. Went to bed at, 12:30 or whatever. Woke up at 4, wide fucking awake. So got up and did work.
Uh-huh.
And then I watched a little TV. Then I watched the baseball game. And now I'm watching this baseball game. And I'm here doing CMS.
All right.
Sleep doesn't always take priority. You know that.
Yeah, I know how that goes.
Yep.
Well, we are back here on the Classic Metal Show. I started the show off with a couple of tunes that I felt were related.
Okay.
In some regard.
I liked them. I don't know that Metal Church tune, but
yeah. I was watching some presidential shit. I watched Trump's big rally in Cincinnati.
Was that today?
That was on Friday, yesterday.
Okay.
He did this big rally, and it's so hard for me to believe, the mainstream news and polls and whatnot. He had over 28,000 people show up.
Jeez.
21,000 inside, 7,000 outside.
And I'm sure they tore Cincinnati down, right? All his supporters just went through looting and shooting people, and I'm sure there's nothing left of the city, right?
I heard nothing about the rally, good or bad.
Okay.
Of course, the mainstream news media did not cover that 28,000 people showed up to a Trump rally.
Why would they when Hillary showed up at a gas station?
More or less. And then I watched him give a speech up in Portsmouth, New Hampshire today.
Okay.
I watched that today too, and of course, getting back to just what you said, I didn't see any violence. I didn't see anybody tearing the city down. Yeah. I didn't see any shenanigans going on. But for such a small area, they had like 8 or 10,000 people show up there.
Did you know that he went to the ultimate ghetto in fucking Pennsylvania, right by where?
Yeah, he was down there in Ambridge. Yeah,
in Ambridge, dude, that place. I'm scared to drive through that place.
Yeah, when I used to drive a truck back in the '90s, I used to actually pick up in Ambridge.
Dude, Ambridge makes Lima look like a fucking gated community.
Yeah, it's right along the riverbank.
What's worse, Ambridge or Gary?
I'm going to say Gary.
Gary's worse.
Yeah.
Ambridge, pretty fucking scary. I was down there one day looking. I was driving around looking for something. I had to pick something up, and I ended up in the wrong part of Ambridge.
Right.
And I was like, "Ooh, boy. Look at this fucking place."
Yeah, it's just a deserted steel mill area of a suburb of Pittsburgh.
Yeah, oh boy, what a shithole.
Yeah, I used to, like I said, when I used to drive a truck back in the '90s, I used to pick up in Ambridge pretty frequently. So, yeah, I know it. I know the area.
Human trafficking?
No, nothing like that.
No humans down there to traffic?
No, nothing like that. I'll tell you where there was some human trafficking in the Pittsburgh area when I used to pick up down there in Crafton.
Crafton?
Yes.
Was there real human trafficking?
Yes, real human trafficking.
Really?
Yeah, there was. I don't know if it's still there. It could be still there. This has been 20 years ago, but there was a grocery warehouse down there called OK Grocery, and they basically served all the Giant Eagle markets.
Yeah.
And I would have to deliver in there. I often picked up Campbell's soup, truckloads of Campbell's soup over in Napoleon, Ohio, and take it over to OK Grocery.
Okay.
And you had to park out on the street waiting for your turn to get into the dock.
Sure.
And it was right in the middle of a projects, and these little black girls would come knocking on your door.
Okay.
You want some company? Want some company while you wait?
What's the exact address of this place? Think they take credit cards?
I don't know, but you could smell them before they got to your truck.
Oh, that's a cost of doing business, isn't it?
I guess. But oh my God.
There's like Pigpen. Fucking, you see the wafting coming off of
more
their
or less.
snap.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well. Speaking, and this is just a whack ass way of starting the show, but
Okay.
I was just kind of in a vegging mood, so I was watching a lot of YouTube. I don't watch a lot of YouTube, but I just went to the main YouTube page,
Okay.
and it picks and chooses videos that are related to something you may have watched at some point.
Okay.
And so I was watching. You watch these videos of basically human garbage fighting each other, road rage,
Right.
all kinds of stuff. And this is just an observation. This is not me saying all people were like this, but I noticed that 9 times out of 10, I watched something called Walmart Angry Shoppers or something like that, and there must be like 20 episodes of this.
Of Walmart Angry Shoppers.
Yes, of people just brawling.
In Walmart.
Yeah, at Walmart. Yeah, they brawl either in the parking lot or they're at the checkout counter or they're fighting over something in the store.
Right.
9 times out of 10, it's some minority.
What?
It's some minority. It's either blacks or Mexicans
What?
or foreigners like Indians.
I'm afraid you're never going to be president, sir.
Yeah, well, I'm just telling you from observation. I'm just observing what was in the video.
Do you have in your, and we can certainly talk about this, but do you have, when you go into a store, any store, Target or Walmart or wherever, do you have a plan always if something breaks out, what you'll do?
Well, yes, but I can't even tell you the last time I was in a department store.
Okay, you just do everything online.
I just do everything online. I literally have not gone to a Walmart or a department store in years.
Sure.
Years.
Yeah. I mean, I go every once in a great, maybe 3 times a year. I'll hit a Walmart. And the first thing that I do when I hit the Walmart is figure out where the sporting goods is.
Mm-hmm.
So if something breaks out, I can run over there and get a bat.
Sure.
Seriously, I'm not, it sounds funny, but I swear to God, that is my first move anytime I go into a Walmart. If I haven't been there before, I try to figure out where the sporting goods is, because if something breaks out, I'm sure I could fucking take somebody out with a ball bat, and if not a ball bat, with the poles from a tent.
Okay.
I absolutely fucking stab somebody in the eye and get the fuck out of there.
Well, I was watching some of those videos, and I again, I don't know who puts the compilations together, but, they're about 10, 12 minutes long each.
Think it might be Walmart themselves?
I don't think so, but I'm telling you what, anytime you see any kind of rage incident, it not, like I said, 9 times out of 10, it involves a minority.
I got to say, I'm stunned by your observation.
Well, but my point is why is that?
Because white America's putting them together. Black lives do matter.
All right.
Please, Neely, you're just showing you're macro aggressing the black man. That's what you're doing with this observation. You're not saying that there could be any white people there. You're macro aggressing the black community, saying that they are solely responsible for this.
Well, I'm not saying who's responsible. I'm just saying I noticed that as the most common denominator in any of these videos.
And a racist like you would train your eye not to see the white man. I'm sure that's what's going on here.
You're probably right.
You've got your eye trained not to see anything but the dark skin.
Hey, I did put a 9 times out of 10. That means that, the possibility of one slipping in there is likely.
That's just you covering your ass for a race charge.
Is that right?
Race hater.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I watched some of that today, and okay. I was just keeping just keeping a watchful eye on what's going on out there in the world, and it prompted me to pick those 2 tunes because the streets cry freedom, and we are certainly in harm's way with things the way that's shaping up at the moment.
I know. Dude, how long is it going to be before even Amazon becomes dangerous, where, like, just the mailman bringing you that box is going to be, he'll shoot you in the face or something? It's going to happen eventually.
Yes, I know.
Walmart will start delivering with those drones or whatever, and some rig a gun to it and start shooting people.
Right.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
The world's over. People should just settle into, you got, at best, 3 more weeks, and then it's over.
Then what's going to happen?
Then sheer chaos. Be ready to kill. Let's hope the Russians do fucking nuke us. That's kind of my hope these days, that we do get nuked.
Sure.
Just be done. I mean, dude, is there a part of you that secretly wishes, not, or maybe not even secretly, but is there a part of you that just wishes it would just end? Everything would just end. Enough with this horse shit. Just done.
Yeah, I just don't know how or where or what's going to happen here, because it seems, and again, I don't want the media to influence my rational thought process. Mm-hmm. But it's very difficult not to feel or believe that there is some undercurrent going on out there where things are just going to just explode.
Hey, aren't you seeing Dokken next week?
Yeah, week from on the 28th.
Wouldn't it be great if right when they started playing Lightning Strikes Again, the fucking meteor hit? Wouldn't that just be great? Lightning strikes again. Or I'm sorry, Lightning Strikes Again. Just done. Wouldn't that be good?
Right.
It's a good way out,
I guess. Well, speaking of destruction and whatnot, I spoke with Victor Ruiz today.
Oh, you did that today?
I did that today, and he expounded to me your Bilderberg Group Illuminati thought process on how Russia is going to take out the NATO observation centers or whatever.
Yeah.
And he goes, well, that kind of leaves me out because I can see one right from my bedroom window. He said, so I guess I should just be prepared to be taken out at a moment's notice.
Sorry, Victor, but do us a favor. Let's get those podcasts done ahead of time, pal.
Right.
You may be dead, but once you're dead, that'll be even more attention for the CMS.
Right.
So.
Well, who's going to listen?
Well, the fans.
There's nobody left.
Well, maybe there'll be like that one radio and that guy in a cave or something.
Yeah.
He'll be tuning into the CMS.
Sure.
Trying to remember the good old days.
Right.
That there could be. It'd be somebody like Rufo. He's a fucking cockroach that won't die.
Right.
He'll probably live through it.
Well, you never know. You never know. But I did a segment, 3 segments with him.
Okay.
Covering Scorpions, Motorhead, and Testament.
Okay, cool.
So I did my part, and also in the entertainment world.
Yes.
I received a call from Eric Braverman.
Oh, yeah. What's he up to?
Well, he invited me out for an event to Phoenix, and I just may go.
Where are you going? What are you going to do?
Well, it's the 4th year anniversary of heavy metal television.
Holy smokes. Wow.
And they're putting together some big awards ceremony and some kind of an event and blah, blah, blah. And so I looked into flights and stuff. Dude, I can get a direct flight from Chicago to Phoenix and a hotel room, a round trip flight and a hotel room Friday night and Saturday night, $380.
Jeez, that is cheap.
Yeah, for 2 nights and this isn't like the Red Roof Inn or either. It's like the Hilton.
Okay.
The Hilton Garden. So I can get a round trip flight and 2 nights in a hotel room for $380.
When is this?
This is November 12th.
Okay, wow. Yeah, you should go for that. That'd be fun.
So I figured I'll leave out on Friday.
Okay.
The thing is on Saturday and then come home Sunday.
Yeah, that's cool. So I need to start looking for a host.
Yeah, possibly. Because I thought since you're not really into the whole traveling thing to do this, if you were going to do the show live, we could definitely call in from the thing.
Sure. Absolutely.
So I'm seriously considering going. I've checked into, obviously, the flights and accommodations and stuff. So, I could get away with a weekend for about $450 maybe.
Yeah. Wow, that's solid. You should go do that, and that'd be fun.
Yeah, so I'm thinking about doing it. He said, I would have called Chris.
Yeah, but he won't do it.
But he goes, but Chris isn't, I know Chris would never go.
Yeah, he's probably right.
That's what he said. He said, but
right.
I figured on the off chance if I called you, there's a good chance that you might go.
Well, let me just tell you, I have a traveling thing coming up. I may not be. You may have to work with Bob Nalbandian for the next 2 weeks, not just one.
Well, I can tell you that the co-hosts that I have asked to take your place next week have fizzled out.
Is out?
It fizzled out, yes.
Who was it?
Well, Bob Nalbandian.
He's out?
Yeah, he's got another event to attend.
What a fag.
He's got a live shows to attend in the Northern California area. He emailed me and said, I would love to, co-host. That was the plan, but I got these tickets and a friend of mine wants to go to this thing. And so it's just like, so then I contacted Kim in Chicago and she says, oh, I'm really slammed on the weekends, maybe another time. So she's out.
All right.
So I don't know what's going on yet.
So there may be no show?
There may be no show. I don't know. It might be just a straight up music show.
Okay. Well, I was asked, and I may just do it, and I may be in your neighborhood on Saturday, not your neighborhood exactly, but I may be on the 29th. Is that Saturday, the 29th?
The 29th is Saturday. That is correct.
I was asked, and he may actually call in tonight, I was asked by our good friend Billy Morris if I would do a ride along with him to Rockin' Skull.
Well, I'm planning on going to that thing.
I know, but you were planning on going Sunday.
Yeah, correct, yes.
And they're playing on Saturday.
Oh, I gotcha.
And Billy, I asked Billy, and Billy said that he's doing a turn. They're going to play, and then he's going to turn and come back home.
Wow, that's quite a that's quite a turn.
Yeah. So I was like, you know what? That sounds like a Chris type of a thing, where I can go see the show, come home, and I don't have to drive.
Well, that's a 5-hour ride over and 5-hour ride back.
Yeah, I can deal.
Okay.
One day I could deal. Won't love it, but I could deal.
Yeah, that's a long day, and then to play on top of that, you mean you're going to drive through the night?
That's what Billy said. He said he wants to get home by the time the sun comes up.
Holy
sleep a couple
cow.
hours, watch the football game.
Holy cow!
That's what he told me he wants to do.
That's a lot of traveling.
I know. Well, that's Bill. You know what? He's a musician.
I understand, but to drive that many hours, perform, turn around, and drive back.
Yeah. He's the man. You seen his chick? I'd drive back too.
Well, anyway, if that is the case, you're more than welcome to swing by if there was time.
Yeah, would there be time? How far is that?
Well, you have to go past my place to get there.
Okay. I have to see when Billy's leaving.
It's about an hour west of me.
Okay.
So I was thinking about heading over there on Sunday and check out Stephen Piercy or the Stowaways.
Real Rat?
Yeah, the Real Rat.
By the way, did you see that video?
I did. I shared it with my good friend Double D.
Oh, yeah?
And he found it repulsive.
Was that the word that he used? Repulsive?
Well, he used, I will tell you the exact verbiage he used.
All right.
I sent it over to him. He said, holy cow, rude, tacky, and crude. The end is near. He lives in Texas, my ass. Ha ha.
Did he ever live in Texas?
I don't know that. I don't know.
That's funny.
So anyway, yes. So we'll cover that tonight too.
Oh, I figured that was doable.
Sure. But yeah. So anyway, that's what's been going on with me. Just trying to get some things lined up to do some cool shit.
Sure.
But
well, dude, that Phoenix thing sounds cool. Look at you. You're just a fucking travel machine.
Well, the thing is I have the wherewithal to do that now.
Right. Exactly.
I didn't have that luxury a while back, but I have the luxury to do that now. So I'm going to take advantage of that when I can. And, then in January, I intend on going to the NAMM show again.
Sure.
So I'm going to do that.
That'll be fun.
So, yeah, I plan on doing a few things that I've been basically not been able to be a part of over the last few years. So now's the time because that bomb might drop any day.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're talking about cyber attack in Russia tomorrow, so, if they start cyber attacking, Russia's going to real attack, so.
Sure.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
War may be over sooner than later.
Yeah. It's almost over, my friend.
Yep, that's why you got to enjoy it now.
Exactly. That's why I'm taking advantage of it, because got to live every day. If you have the opportunity to, take part in something, by all means, go do it.
Yeah, before they put you in a truck and load you out to a FEMA camp.
Yeah, no kidding.
Coming soon.
Yep. We got the latest videos.
See, got these over here. These are graves. These are grave digging things. We're going to put the bodies in the plastic and lower it in the ground. That's what they're for.
Right.
High alert here. High alert here at InfoWars.
Sure.
I love Alex.
Oh, God. Well, anyway, that's what's going on with me and in the world of Neely.
That's fun.
And then, of course, trying to do some work-related shit where you're involved with.
Yeah.
On a, you've already done the major part of your end of it. It's just a matter of getting it going.
You're kidding. We're still waiting.
Well, it's manpower, my friend. It's manpower.
I know. And believe me, I know everybody that's involved, and it's just it is what it is. It's not only is it manpower, but it's also going into the unknown.
It is.
Which is always scary to do, and I certainly get that your bosses. Yeah, I would love to tell your bosses straight up that the minute we turn the switch on, that your phones are not going to explode. But they're not. That's not how this works.
I understand that. Believe me, I do.
Oh, I know you do, but they don't.
Yeah, I know, but it's okay. Baby steps, my friend, baby steps.
That's why I just keep sitting back saying, yeah, I'll get the call for the other thing me and you were talking about
sure.
in roughly 2 months.
Right.
When it's not, hey, how come our phone isn't ringing all the time? Then I'll be brought back in.
Right.
Which I'm fine with. It's fine with me.
Exactly. Well, anyway, aside from that,
yeah,
I have been basically trying to cobble together some worthy topics tonight.
Okay.
And I've only got a handful. I've got just a few things to cover. It's been kind of a slow week.
All right.
So I would like, this is what I would like, since our fans so faithfully gather every Saturday into the chat room.
Sure.
I would like our fans to get involved and pick a few topics for us to talk about.
All right.
And make them good, and don't be dumb about it. Just, if it's something that's worthy and you think that, man, I'd love to hear Chris and Neely pontificate on this or that, hit us with an email, request@theclassicmetalshow.com, and, maybe I'll pick something if you guys and gals would get involved.
Well, I will also provide a couple things that have been provided to us through the Facebook, because, wow, that's all I can say.
Okay.
I just got to say, our friend teacher Toby, he's one fucked up guy.
Is he?
Ugh.
I enjoyed his phone call. I listened back to the dirty word segment from last week when he called in.
Right.
When he called in and he was yelling at all the other teachers and students in the hallway, God damn, that made me laugh.
Shit was funny. Well, he's back. We're going to do a visual segment tonight. So I'll tell everybody when it is for those that are listening that are not in the chat room. I'm going to tell everybody up front. This is one you're going to want to be in the chat room for so that you can play along.
Okay.
It's video, and I watched it, was horrified for humanity first,
mm-hmm.
and then I was more horrified that I speak to this guy Toby, because I was like creeped out by these videos.
Okay.
And he obviously was too, because he literally, after he posted the thing, then sent me another post explaining how he ended up coming across these videos.
All right.
Because he felt so fucking dirty about these videos that he had to explain how he ended up in contact with this shit.
Right.
But it's some real creepy shit.
Wow. Well, speaking of being or feeling, I don't know what the word you just used, feeling disgusted for humanity.
Yes.
Just before the show started tonight,
Mm-hmm.
I had a little time to kill between the time that I spoke with Victor tonight.
Okay.
And the show, and I've been watching The Ranch.
Yeah. Great show.
Have you finished that show yet?
Finished the show, yes.
Okay. I came across, I think it was season 2, episode 10.
Of The Ranch?
Yes.
Okay.
And I literally got sick to my stomach.
Why?
I watched the part where Ashton Kutcher was going to go Christmas Eve and go propose to his chick.
Oh, yeah.
And then his fuck toy showed up and said she was pregnant.
And Heather was pregnant.
Yeah. And I just went, oh.
I know. That was
went, oh. And it was threefold. It was a threefold reaction.
Okay.
Number one, this girl is smoking hot.
Boy,
smoking hot.
Well, hold on. Before you even go further there's a shot of her in that scene. It's a side shot.
Yeah, I know. She's putting her makeup on and she's bent over and she's wearing these black tight pants.
Not that shot. I'm talking about when he's telling her that she was in that she was pregnant.
Okay.
In that exact scene, they pan back so it's like Ashton Kutcher on the left coming out of the house.
Yes.
And her coming out of the car and they're facing each other.
Yes. Uh-huh.
It's kind of a side profile
right.
shot of her.
Sure.
Oh my God. I just want to freeze that, just jerk to it every goddamn day. Her fucking body.
I know.
Is ungodly good. Kelly Goss is her real name.
Yeah, well, there was a scene where she and her sister were going to go out on girls' night out.
Right.
And she was bent over looking in a mirror fixing her makeup.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, she's... I would argue she's one of the hottest ones in Hollywood right now.
Yeah, well, I don't know anything about her. This first time I've ever seen her is in this show.
Yeah.
But...
She's done a few other things, but this is like the big thing for her, I think.
Sure. Understandably so.
She's hot.
Yes, she is. So anyway, she comes in and tells him she's pregnant, right?
Right.
So, of course, he's on his way over on Christmas Eve to go propose to his chick.
Right.
That in itself made me sick.
Yeah.
And then she shows up, this hot smoking girl.
Yeah.
Just the thought that this girl's banged and knocked up.
Right.
That made me sick.
Right.
And third, just the fact that now this is a real fucked situation because both of those girls, his chick, Abby,
yeah,
and this Heather girl, they're both on almost equal smoking hot level.
Yeah. Alicia Cuthbert is her real name.
Yeah.
Abby, and she's fucking, dude, I had such a thing for her when 24 was on, when she was Jack Bauer's daughter. Oh, she looked better then than she does now.
All right, well, again, I don't know this chick from Adam. This is the first time I've ever seen her.
You should watch some season 2 or 3 of 24, because the difference, this is how much of a sick fucking pervert I am. The differences are in the ranch, you can see all the freckles.
Okay.
Like where she's a little more natural.
Right.
In the Jack Bauer show, she's like a smooth skinned chick.
Okay.
So she's just unfucking believably hot in that show. And because you don't see any imperfections.
Sure.
It's just gorgeous. And plus she's running a lot, so you see those big fucking tits bouncing around.
Right.
Oh, I love her.
Well, anyway, that kind of put me in a shitty mood before the show started.
You forgot the fourth problem too. Here's Ashton Kutcher ruining another hottie.
Yeah.
Fucker, first fucking Mila Kunis and now this one. Because season 3 of this show is going to be her pregnant.
Right.
So it's going to suck.
No, I don't want to see that.
I don't want to see that either. Let's hope that they discuss abortion in episode 1 of
let's hope they discuss a miscarriage.
Let's hope Rooster gives them some fucking hangers for Christmas. Let's get to the real here, dude. I love that show.
Well, it's a good show, and the other thing that bothered, I shouldn't say it bothered me. It just gets under my skin.
Yeah.
It's just like, in this day and age, why are you knocking up girls? Why?
Because he's dumb.
I'm not talking about him specifically. I'm just talking about in general.
Yeah.
It's like, forget it. I'm not even going to get on my soapbox here, but it's just like, why?
Because that pussy feels good,
I
man.
get it, dude, but I'm 52 years old. I've had a share. I'm not knocking up chicks. Never have.
No, that pussy does feel good.
I get it. Believe me, I do.
There's always that moment where you're like in the middle of it and you just don't want to have that.
No, that's...
Hold on.
Nope.
Let me ruin the mood by fucking putting on a fucking dick coat.
I ain't doing that. No way.
Well, I mean, dude, I'm the same way now. Last thing in the world I want is another baby.
Yeah, no kidding.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
I've passed the finish line. I am not starting the race again.
I've never started the race, nor have I ever wanted to.
You're thankful that you never even put gas in the tank, baby.
You're right.
Wow. That's fucking not again.
No
I love
way.
my kids, but if I had to do it again, I'd have fucking bought Georgetta hangers.
Wow.
You know, that was a tough 20 years.
Yeah, no kidding. All right. Well, that's what's going on in mine and Chris's world.
Yeah.
So
not much. I have stories though too. So.
Oh, good. Good.
The listeners have been very good, and Scotty's already posting one in the chat room that I was going to get to anyway.
All right. Well, at least you'll help me out.
Sure.
Kind of piloting the show, because it's been an exhausting week for me this week.
What are you paying too much attention to this fucking political nonsense? Or
No, just work in general. I mean, I've been like exhausted, like mentally exhausted.
Yeah, I didn't hear from you all week.
I know. I've been tired, man. Work has just been balls out busy and training new people and trying to get this new venture going and, taking meetings. And it's just like, man, I've just been exhausted.
Yeah,
and I think it's that time of the year too. The sun is going down earlier and I'm feeling, getting that fall lethargic feeling. And it's just like, ugh.
Yeah, I've got that case of the ick that I get every year where I start coughing every fucking 2 minutes.
Sure.
I so love this fucking burns to my fucking lungs. What a joy.
Sure.
But whatever. It's part of the fun of being me.
Yeah. So anyway, but I'm trying to get perked up for the show and get cranked out today and feel worth like doing the show tonight.
Well, Crown Royal's going to be my gasoline of choice.
And that is gasoline.
Yep, I'll be ready to go. I might be a little rough at 2:30, but right now I'm firing.
So are you drinking straight Crown, or are you drinking with somebody or something, or what?
Not with somebody.
No, I mean something. I meant to say.
I'm just sipping. I'm kind of drinking beers. I have like 6 beers here at the house, and then a bottle of Crown Royal, and I'm not going to drink the whole bottle of Crown Royal.
I would hope not. That's some tough stuff.
Yeah, no, I'm just sipping it. Just sipping a little here and there, and then I'll drink a beer, and I'll make it through.
I'm sure you will.
It's not often that alcohol levels me.
Right.
It's usually lack of sleep. It's not usually. I mean, dude, all the times we've done shit, it's very rare that I get so annihilated that the alcohol just takes me down.
Right.
In fact, it's been once, just at the 20th or my birthday or whatever.
Well,
that was.
That didn't even take you down on your birthday. You were just blackout drunk on that day.
Well, to me, it took me down. I woke up somewhere and didn't know where anything was. Dude, that's still like a mystery to me. I swear I woke up and I was still wasted. Not even, you probably don't know, but I'm sure some of our degenerate fucks in the chat room understand this. It was one of those times where the last thing I remember was probably about 11 o'clock at night. Because the last thing I remember was introducing the second band.
Right.
So am I fair to think that was 11 o'clock at night?
Yeah, I don't think you remembered going up on stage pretending like you were playing the bass.
No, dude. None. I don't remember John's band playing at all. At all. I last thing I remember was I was on the stage and they told me to wait after they told me to start, so I started singing or something. Because I was all fucked up. And then Kurt's band started, and then the next thing I knew, I woke up at John's brother AJ's apartment.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I was like, where am I? You know, and I couldn't get my head straight. So I went to get up, you know, to just get up, go take a piss or whatever, and kind of figure out what was going on. And I fell back on the couch because I was still so wasted.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then, you know, then I went outside and the air hit me, and that was an immediate puking reaction. You know, that fucking cold morning air hitting a drunken mess. So I puked up a lot of the alcohol. Then I felt a little better.
Mm-hmm.
But then I couldn't figure out where my car was. I didn't know where AJ was. I was like, what the fuck is happening here? You know, then I started panicking because obviously all my computer equipment was in there, and that could be a problem for a guy who runs a computer business.
Sure.
You know, so it was like, holy shit. And then it all came together. But I don't think I felt good for like 4 days. I drank so much that I literally did not feel better till like Tuesday or Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
And that was, what a mess. What a mess. And
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard the stories. You've told me the stories. John's told me the stories. I've heard I was a bad boy, but
Yeah.
wow.
I remember it well.
You wish you didn't.
Yeah.
It's the one time I think we're both happy that the show did not get captured.
Yeah. I took care of everything, tore down, made sure your stuff was safe, made sure you got off with your friends, made sure my stuff was packed up. And I was on my way out of town when you call. I can't find my car. Can't find my computer. Where is it?
I didn't know where nothing was.
Yeah.
I was, you know, and you know, I look at it now and it's like, all right, that was just kind of like the peak of everything hitting all at once. It was, you know, what was that, 2 weeks after the divorce was final?
Mm-hmm.
And I was still all kinds of fucked up in the head. You know, so I was all fucked up in the head. And then Billy, trying to be nice to me, is like, hey, drink whatever you want.
Right.
Remember that when we came in the bar? He pulled both of us aside to the bartender and said, these guys drink whatever they want for free.
I drank a half a bottle of wine the whole night.
Yeah, well, I drank, from what I was told, 46 drinks. I was told it was 13 double screwdrivers and a 12er of beers and beers downstairs, and I was shotgunning beers off the stage and whiskey shots and Jaeger. I mean, just mix, match, and everything.
Right.
Oh, what a mess.
Yep.
I don't think I've ever been that sick, ever. I felt really bad.
Yeah.
But I guess it was fun.
Very nice.
Some people must have had fun. Maybe not you, but whatever. I won't do that twice.
Sure. Except when you came to my house and got all fucked up and sick.
Well, dude, now again, same time period.
I know it was.
Dude, you know, it's funny because I don't throw down like that anymore, really. I mean, I really don't. But man, and I mean, you know this, there's a reason there was alcohol bottles all over the cover of the book.
Right.
Because I didn't do anything but drink.
Right.
For, how long would you say, 8 months?
I don't know if it was that long or not, but I know there was quite a bit there.
It was steady. It was, dude, the fucking Indian guy that runs the liquor store right by my house, he knew my name. He knew me by, you know, and I never told him it. He knew it because he'd seen my fucking credit card so much.
Sure.
He just go, Mr. Chris, do you want the vodka today? He would, do you want the vodka today?
Right.
He knew what I was buying.
Sure.
That's because I was in there every day.
Right.
Getting a fifth and just downing a fifth of fucking vodka. You know, it was a bad time. You know, I mean, it was the divorce and my dad and blah, blah, blah. It was fucked up, but whatever. Like everybody else, I made it through it.
Sure you did.
I'm better now, folks.
Right. All right. Well, speaking of a drink, I need a drink.
All right. Me too.
So we're going to take play a couple of tunes here, and
Right.
we'll come back and we'll get things rocking and rolling. And you too, we're in the chat room if you want to listen or jump in and be a part of it. It's chatandkill.com, chatandkill.com. Just sign in with any of your social media, and you can be a part of the chat room.
Sure. Now, do you have tunes picked, or do you want some?
Well, I have one, and, you can pick another one.
All right. I'll pick mine to play after this one. I will pick. Do you have the Eternal Idol over there, Black Sabbath?
I believe I do.
I've just been in a weird kick of like today was one of those days where all I did for until the baseball game came on was listen to albums that I just don't ever listen to.
Sure.
You know, I listened to the Priest live record, then I listened to Ram It Down, then I listened to Eternal Idol.
Okay.
I was just in that kind of weird mood. But I would like to hear The Shining from the Eternal Idol, if you have that available.
I do have that.
All right, that's a good tune.
All right, well, we'll do that. Okay, we're going to play a couple of tunes. We'll be back. Everybody go get a drink, and we'll get things really rolling here. So since we're talking about apocalyptic doomsday,
yes,
I think nothing says it better than It's Almost Over.
All right.
Here it is. It's Almost Over exclusively here
on your Classic Metal Show.
Hi, this is Don Dawkin, and you listen to my very good friend Neely on the Classic Metal Show, Rockin'.